What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Blue here, and today's video is a recap of the trades that I took on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Check out the setups that I trade and see the profits and loss that I make over the last couple of days. If you like the content, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and hit the like button, and I will reply to all comments. One.
Forgot to start record my entry. I did enter. I got in on the like 9:45, somewhere around there, 9:40, kind of at work. So I ended up entering late, but my average is 33.89.25. I don't have a stop put in yet, but I'm giving myself a $5 stop. So that's $50 with two contracts. We'll see what we can get out of this. This is the SPY's all-time highs, which it broke yesterday, but because of the platform going down yesterday, I didn't get to get my trade off of it, and it actually would have worked out just from yesterday. Where's that at? Over here. This is the first one, and up here, but on SPY was actually at it, so I didn't get to enter it. But anyways, we'll see what we can get with this one. So I am done on the day. I took two trades. One of them was where I said I was going to take it at the SPY's all-time highs, which was right here. I came in a little bit late because I was at work, and once I got in, I saw that it was up here. So in this candle right here, I entered. It was a little bit late. I think the average was somewhere down, and yeah, it was 89.50 or something like that. So that's where I got in around here after it had already hit the all-time highs, and it dumped out. I didn't take nothing off. I had two contracts. Then it pushed back up to the all-time highs, and I took another, added to in this candle, looking for it to roll over with a stop out. The stop out was up over this. So, but I had it at 84, so that if to give me a little bit of, well, it was over this to give myself a little bit of room. And this candle, I got stopped out. So I waited, and once my candle formed and it pulled back right here, I entered two contracts, and it dumped out. And I should have took one off here, but it wasn't much. I wanted it at least to be a 2-to-1 ratio, and I was looking for maybe $3. So I was trying to let it go down 6. My average was around 93.25, I believe it was. It didn't make it down as far as I wanted it to. I was looking for it to come down to here at least before I even considered taking anything off, but it pulled back up, and I just stopped out for break even. I didn't lose anything or gain anything. Uh, so I'm down $85. The first trade I took 4 contracts, a total of 4. When I added 2, made it 4, and then I took 2 contracts on this candle, and that was my trades for the day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Another red day for me today this week. It's 2 red, 1 green, but can't win them all. But like I said, see you all tomorrow. All right, people. It's Thursday, August the 20th, and I took one trade today. And going back to yesterday, I stopped out up here, and look what it did. Dumps out right after I stop out, and I ended up stopping out break even with a loss on the day, but it dumped out, and I would have been profitable had I just put my stop above the high day like I started to, but can't cry over spilled milk, got to move on. So today I was looking at the market and it had gapped down all the way down, and I didn't it had already gapped through all of my gaps that I had, the gap fills up here, which I ended up erasing them. So that's the only reason why it's not on the screen. But it got down here, and I put the gap from yesterday and where it closed and today's opening, and it filled the gap. But anyways, I took a trade, one trade going long up here on this candle right here. I went long because I was anticipating that it was going to break because it dumped so much yesterday. I just figured that it would bounce back. I was looking at it to bounce back, and I took it off my 5 minute setup right here. So I left it on all day, and I put a stop in. It didn't hit my stop. So then later on in the day, once it got up in here, I put in a trailing stop. So I put in a $5 trailing stop. It moves all the way up to here. And on this candle, I get stopped out for a total of 53.75. That's good for one contract. That's 10 points on a futures MES. So today was a green day, and we'll see what we can get tomorrow. Well, it's Friday, and today I took two trades. One of them was off the 5 minute setup that I usually take, and one was off the 15 minute. I was at the doctor's office when I was actually trading, which you shouldn't be really doing on your phone, but I just seen it set up and I took the trade. I was looking at this was the first candle right here, and I had the pullback. And so once it pulled back up, I took it short and ended up getting stopped out in this candle. I set my stop above this line, which is a gap from yesterday, from where it closed yesterday. So I took it short. I was giving myself the risk up to here. It broke out up here and stopped me out. Well, actually, I didn't even have my stop out. I was actually in a chair and was supposed to be taking it off myself, which was dumb, which I should have took it, but it wasn't that much of an increase of what I was looking for to stop out at anyways. But I took a loss on the first trade. So then I looked at my 15-minute chart and I seen if anything was setting up, because on the 5 minute, it had already passed what I would have been looking at. So in this candle, you see this big green candle. Once it pulled back, I took it right here on this gap for a long, and I was giving it all the way to the bottom of this candle, the break and close up under it before I stopped out. But when it came down, I wanted it to come down more so I can add to it, which it did. So I took another contract. I usually take one contract just to get in, get my feet wet. Then it came down some more to where I wanted to add to it. So I added right here, and I would have added two more contracts had it gotten down to here in this candle actually. So it didn't get down there. So I just said, oh, I'll ride with the two. If it breaks it down up under this and stops me out, then I just take the loss and I'll be done for the day. But it ended up bouncing. And once it got up here, which it was yesterday's highs, I took off one of the contracts and then I put in a $5 trailing stop so that if it wanted to rip, then I would have just been trailing behind it. So it pushed up, and then in this candle, it came back and stopped me out. So I didn't, after that, I went, start working out and everything. So I didn't look at none of this to try to trade. And so those were the trades that I took for today. And I ended up with down $25. I think I was down like 65 or something like that off of the first trade, but it's small loss, so it's cool. And I also, the contract that I had from the SPY looks like it's probably going to expire worthless unless all of a sudden we get some kind of dump in the market at the end of the day. But it's down 140 right now, which is fine. When I put it on, I was risking the 140 to try to get to see where it can go to, but that's fine. And it actually went to where got me in the money. I didn't take it out because it was only like $30 because the decay of the theta, which if you don't know nothing about options, I wouldn't advise you to trade them until you got some kind of education on them, but the theta chewed me up so much that it was only like $30. So I didn't take it off looking for it to come down more, and it bounced that day. That was the day, I think it was Tuesday when it dumped, Tuesday or Wednesday when it dumped. So those were the trades that I took today. If you like to comment, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give me a like and comment. And we'll be back at this again next week.